What's up, guys? Alright, I figured I'd make a little video here, another update. So far on the doors, still got to take this one off. Got all the rings cut. This was freaking took forever, the way I done it, but it's pretty sturdy this way. As you can see, there is a lip that the speaker sits into, and then there's another lip that the speaker grill is gonna cover, and that just sits down in there. And then we got our tweeters and 12 6.5's. So now all I gotta do is make a back for this, start cutting. Like, of course, this is what I want the furthest point out to be, so I'm going to have to cut it in and make it where it's sitting in there and maybe sitting out 1/4 of an inch or so. And then other places out here really don't matter because, of course, you know, the seat's going to be right here, so I got to have clearance and then, you know, work it on around. But yeah, that's what I got so far on the doors. And going a little in depth on this here. So basically what I done, cut the main ring first. It was just a countersunk for the speaker, and then I went back and I cut like a trim to see the width on that. I went back and it's big enough to fit around the outer dimension of this ring here, so I had to cut this piece, the inner dimension of this, the outer, and then I just made it a little bit bigger, so that slid over, and then I gave it a 1/4 inch all the way around. Then when I put the fleece on, it's going to give it a little bit more, so we should be alright. Guys, I know some of y'all wanted a little update on the doors. I'm going to do a little update all together here. Alright, as you know, got the door here on the right side. This side, I'm making the backing. Some of y'all ask, why do I do that? Some just freaking, you know, leg it up right to the door. Alright, well, this would come off, but as you can see, I got it screwed from the back side all the way around on different sections. But this piece just lifts up, and what I'm going to do is fiberglass off of this perimeter, and doing that like that gives you a basically a back piece to fiberglass to. No, it's not gonna break away from the door if you fiberglass it to the door. Clearances won't be an issue at all doing it this way either, so you don't have to sand down. Got the door handle dremeled out, cut really nice. I'm going to cut that back a little bit further because this little gap here, it's like that little gap there all the way around. You want it back a little bit. You don't want it exactly over your perimeter line that you want the outline of it to be, because you're going to go back and Bondo with it taped off, of course, and it'll give it a nice smooth fit to the door, or you know, whatever contour you might be putting it against. Let's see here. This one, the fleece is going to go to this corner here. It ain't going all the way up at the top, so it's going to go probably here and then come down. So this would be just sanded, but as far as that goes. Alrighty. Okay, right now I'm working on this other door. Got some straight edges and rulers here to kind of get it as close to that other one as possible. Alright, when you're doing this, I just use this to kind of go off of making sure they're straight across. It's one little trick. I mean, just going off and measuring in between each, or off that to match the other one. Just any sort of measurements you can do as far as that, of getting it to duplicate the exact same for this side. Right now I got 3 of the 6 rings for the mids, and then I still got to do the glue the tweet rings in. Then I got to go back and cut around the perimeter just like I did here. As you can see on this one, it's a lot cleaner, and it's basically just giving you a nice straight edge line to pull the fleece up and around. So when you put it to the door after you get it dried, the resin and all on the fleece, I'm going to sand the edge down, but before that I'm going to screw it to the door as if it was screwed to the door from the back side. And then I'm going to go and see how I got this tape along the edge. I'm going to Bondo. Just take the spatula and not kind of get where it's got that little lip all the way around there and smooth it out. When you got places like, okay, this door handle for instance, right there is where, if I can get this thing focused, right there at the end of my fingernail is where the actual plastic piece goes into it, that piece right there. So what I'm going to do is try to get it back just a little bit, cut it a little bigger, so that when I put that Bondo in there, it will go right up to the edge of that. I mean, small detailed things like that really make a difference and help with the way it looks. That's another reason why, you know, doing it this way, you can, it just kind of look like a pod almost, a big pod that takes up 3/4 of the door. But I mean, as far as the way I've been doing the doors and all, this is the best way that, you know, works for me. But then if you wanted to paint this, once you get it fleeced up, paint that one color and then the top another color, whatever you want to do. I mean, you could wrap this bottom part in a color just like this, and it would be like almost matching. I mean, you'd have that little lip that go around just like this. So I think it makes it look cleaner instead of pulling the fleece down around behind the door, and then like right up here, what are you gonna, you know, pull it to? I mean, you're gonna put it right to the edge of that, but what's gonna happen is you're gonna end up cracking it, or from the existing plastic, it's gonna be more prone to crack away from the door instead of having a back piece and then you pulling it, because you know this piece is solid, and then you pull the fleece from the edge all the way around. So I guess that's the way I'm looking at it. But as far as that goes, try to get another video up when I get on into them, getting ready to fleece them up and resin them. Because once I put the fleece over them, I'm gonna actually screw the whole piece to the door from the back side so that it's taking shape. Because if you're not familiar with fiberglassing and you're pulling fleece up over, especially when you got a panel like this and it's not really that solid, I mean, it's solid, but it will give a little bit if you're pulling a fleece around it, which if you let it dry like that and you set it back down, it might, you know, be pulled up too much and have a gap. Well, to prevent that, I'm gonna just put the fleece down this side and make it come to here, but I'm gonna screw it down once I get it basically fleeced up and everything. And once I screw it down, and I know it's not going to harden up where it's putting it in that bind, and then I'll go back and get my little grill inserts, and while the resin's on the fleece, really, you know, once it's wet, I'll put them in here, screw them in, and they'll fit right around this part right here, and I'll just have to cut that many out so that I can have them all simultaneously drying up. Same for the tweeters. I guess that I should do it for that. And then, but you tape off those so when you pop them out, that would be easy to. You can aluminum foil, tape, whatever, as long as, you know, to help them pop out once it dries up. And then it's a sanding game from there on. And like I said, I'll get another video out, but that's what I'm doing so far. Alright guys, as you can see, I got both of them caught up. Both are ready to be wrapped. See on the left side here, I got the tape on the back side, the perimeter and all. This one, I still gotta tape it off in the middle. That door handle thing, still gotta tape it so I can be ready to, when I fleece it, I can screw it to the door panel and I know it won't pull itself up and you know, misshape the back piece. But I'll get another video update on when I start doing that. But for now, that's kind of the way it sits and everything, so should be good to go. Alright, I'll give you another little update here. Got the doors wrapped with the fleece, pulled it all the way around the corner, even down on the handle. Then I went back and I took these little cutouts I made, screwed them in, taped them on, and they fit inside of the actual speaker housing for the grill. So that's where you get that. Once that dries, it's pretty much a pretty nice fit. And most of these you just pull out. I give them, take the screws, get them halfway out, then grab a hold of them with some pliers and pull them out. As you see on this one, got this one over here done. Use the Dremel here, but let me see if I can get this little tip on it, little thing to get it loose, little titanium. It works the best for getting the little edge around here cut out. But as you see, they come out pretty good. I just got to do this one next. So make another video here for the. Actually, I mean, next step after this is you know, sanding it down and on. I'll do another little clip showing the Bondo when I add to that. But alright, right now I'm just going sanding the back side smooth all the way around the perimeter. What I'm going to do here is just sand and fill, and get it as best as I can. And then I'll go around here with the Dremel and get that smooth. So, alright guys, taped it off. I put the Bondo around here, and as you can see, got a nice smooth surface around there. Well, for that's just a matter of prepping a little bit more, getting a finer grit, and get ready to paint. So, alright. As you see, it's a lot smoother. Got that other side. The wall.